Hey, Frank, you had mentioned the fifth preseason game. The one coming up is the one where you wanted to maybe get to your rotation and what it was going to look like in the regular season. Do you have takeaways of these four games together, even though you haven't seen them, and what you liked and maybe what you didn't like?
Yeah, I mean, we got to be better. We haven't played great. There's going to be an adjustment period with so many new faces, and um, it's we understand that. Hopefully it doesn't take too much time to get everybody on the same page and in sync. Guys, game legs underneath them, all that type of thing. But we certainly got to be better than we were tonight.
On offense, how much do the turnovers reflect that, and what do you think is the main cause?
Yeah, just a lot of guys just trying to integrate into a new system with new teammates. A lot of miscues on passing catch situations, lobs, etc. Situations where we're a little too careless with the basketball. You see that a lot with vets in the preseason, but definitely got to be better.
Staying on the turnovers, Russ had 9 of them, and we saw him had that great pass to AD on the slip. So it's not like he wasn't making some really high-level passes, but some of them seemed like, passing in traffic, et cetera. How would you diagnose the turnovers you saw from him tonight?
Yeah, we'll look at the tape. He's trying. You know what I mean? He's trying hard to distribute and to get his teammates involved, to play extra pass basketball like we're asking him to. New set of teammates, new system. It's going to take some time. Not worried about it.
Yeah, I actually also question related to that. I mean, are you anticipating at some point that Russ's ability to score at the rim is maybe going to take the place of some of those passes? Do you see him? I mean, I know there was a discussion of oversharing early in camp. Do you think that's maybe something that he has in his toolbox they could go to more?
Yeah, I mean, he's a dynamic rim attacker. One of the best in the league at, I think it was rim field goal attempts, him and Giannis. And, that's what he's going to be for us this year. He's going to be someone that lives in the paint and is either finishing or creating for others.
Frank, BT right here. Bazemore was really active on defense tonight. What did you like about him? And did he give you guys what you keep thinking you'll see from him?
Yeah, he was a star tonight. He was exceptional, really on both sides of the ball, but in particular on the defensive end. 4 steals, just numerous plays where he's in the passing lane, working to contain, pressuring his own man. Really excelled on the defensive end, and then knocked down a few threes as well, and played extra pass basketball. So really excited about what he's doing for us.
Frank, in your conversations with AD throughout training camp and the preseason, what has he expressed are his priorities and his goals with this group and coming off of last year coming into the season?
Well, he just wants to have a bounce back year. That's the biggest thing, just to return to being healthy, getting his legs under him, coming into the season, game shape. That's the primary goal of the preseason. And, obviously he worked a lot on his body to stay on the court more than he was last year. So we expect him to have a great year.
2 questions. You mentioned Talon was undergoing some evaluation earlier today. Did you guys hear anything on that?
Yeah, I don't have an update on that right now.
And then what are some of the things that you're seeing that maybe, I know that this isn't a results-oriented time of year, but what are some of the things in the process that you're seeing that you like? And what are some of the things that I think are, or that you feel have maybe been most problematic?
Well, I think, what we've shown in flashes is, an elite defense like we've been. Haven't done it long enough. Obviously the second quarter felt like Laker basketball. We're really getting after people defensively and forcing stops. And if we're able to compete like that, we have some dynamic open court players. So I really like what that's ultimately going to look like when we put it all together for longer stretches. And I also like the pace that we're playing with on made baskets. Getting the ball in. We're asking our guys to play faster. That also contributes to some of the turnovers. But I think if when we establish that, we're going to be pretty tough to guard.
Frank, you just mentioned the defense in the second quarter. You guys had that 13-0 run to take the lead. Was that the idealized version of what you've seen from this team defensively, with just the rim protection and the rotations and the trapping and then getting out in the break on the other end, and just sort of that two-way basketball?
Yeah, absolutely. We had, I think we had 12 deflections in that quarter, 17 total for the first half. Really active. That's what we can be. Obviously, it's going to be even better when Braun's out there. And like I said, if we can do that and get stops, we're going to be a dynamic open court team.
Hey, Frank. Obviously, it's just a preseason, but when Melo gets going from beyond the three-point line like he did tonight, how much do you envision during regular season that's going to just space out the floor for everybody else, and what difference do you think that's going to make?
Yeah, well, that's why we signed him. He shot 40% from the three. Obviously, he's been an elite offensive player for many years, and he's going to have that versatility to not just knock down threes and give that floor spacing, but to me, make plays off of it as well.